everyone, and thank you for visiting my channel. Today, I want to discuss how expats living in the Philippines might avoid going broke. I almost went through this myself since I didn't realize how quickly costs could mount up in the Philippines. We'll talk about various strategies you can use to save yourself from going broke. Stay tuned. Many expats arrive with the misconception that their foreign currency will indefinitely stretch without carefully planning, only to find themselves struggling financially. Depending on region, lifestyle, and individual preferences, the cost of living in the Philippines varies greatly. Smaller towns and rural areas offer more affordable options, while urban centers like Manila, Cebu, and Davao have higher living costs due to their more developed infrastructure and greater demand for housing and services. When choosing where to live, expats should carefully consider these differences and weigh their budget, lifestyle, and convenience. By using various effective budgeting strategies adapted to local cost of living and economic conditions, expats can maintain their financial stability and avoid going broke in the Philippines. Housing is one of the biggest expenses for expats. In Metro Manila, a one-bedroom apartment in the city center typically costs between $430 to $780 a month. In smaller cities or suburban areas, rents can be as low as $144. Shared accommodations are a more budget friendly option, often preferred by students and young professionals, costing between $90 to $180 per month. Expat buying property should be aware that they can only own condominiums, with a maximum of 40% foreign ownership per building, and cannot directly purchase land, which is only available to Filipino individuals or businesses with at least 60% Filipino ownership. Additionally, the total property cost increases by roughly 5 to 7% due to taxes and legal fees. To manage costs effectively, some expats consider renting outside major cities or sharing accommodations to lower housing expenses. Because electricity costs in the Philippines are among the highest in Southeast Asia, averaging about 20 cents per kilowatt hour, an 85 square meter apartment's monthly utility bill usually averages around $108, but it might increase during the hot, dry season when air conditioning usage rises. To save money, expats can use energy efficient appliances, turn off unnecessary electronics, and reserve air conditioning for cooler parts of the day or night. Despite the high electricity costs, water and internet tend to be more affordable. Basic fiber plans start at $22 per month, while water costs range from $3.60 to $9 per month. When it comes to food expenses vary greatly depending on where and how you shop and dine. While supermarkets sell imported goods at higher prices, buying fresh produce, seafood, and meats from local wet markets keep grocery costs affordable, usually ranging from $145 to $215 per person each month. Cooking at home saves a lot of money. A dinner for two can cost between $2 to $4, whereas eating out can cost between $5 to $11. Dining out is still quite affordable, with mid-range restaurants charging $5.50 to $13 per person and neighborhood eateries asking for $1.50 to $2.70. Expats can save money by looking for happy hour specials and local food options instead of international cuisine, which tends to be more expensive. Public transportation in the Philippines is generally affordable, but it can be crowded. Light rail fares range from 27 to 64 cents, while jeepneys and city buses cost between 18 to 55 cents. For regular commuters, monthly passes costing $9 to $27 are a good option. Grab and other ride-hailing apps offer convenience at slightly higher prices, with short rides starting at 73 cents. In smaller cities, tricycles and abal motorcycles are common and inexpensive. Many people also ride bicycles daily to eliminate transportation costs completely. Owning a car is usually more expensive due to fuel prices, $1.22 to $1.49 per liter, and maintenance plus traffic congestion can increase fuel use and commute times. Because of this, many expats rely on public or shared transportation to manage their budgets effectively. Healthcare in the Philippines includes both public and private sectors. Most expats prefer private healthcare facilities with modern equipment and English speaking staff, as public healthcare is less costly but might not be as reliable. Specialist visits range from $18 to $54, with additional charges for tests and procedures.
Basic, consult- Basic consultations with general practitioners cost $9 to $27. I recommend that you have health insurance. Private plans can cost between $36 to $180 per month, depending on age and coverage. International insurance is often preferred for better access to quality care and peace of mind. Prescription medications are affordable, with generic costing $4 to $18. To lower out of pocket expenses, you should keep health insurance active and seek cost effective medical providers. If you are an expat with children, you should plan for education expenses, as public schools are free but often have large class sizes and limited facilities. Depending on curriculum and location, private or international schools can cost anywhere from $910 to over $18,200 annually, which is a choice most expats make. Early childhood education in private preschools costs between $180 to $545. For higher education, private universities charge from $1,820 to $4,550. Budgeting for these expenses is essential to prevent your family from going through financial strain. A disciplined approach to budgeting is crucial for you to avoid overspending. One practical method is the zero based budget, where every peso is assigned a purpose, encouraging intentional spending and savings over time. The 50/30/20 rule, dividing income into needs, rent, food, utilities, transportation, wants, dining out, travel, subscriptions, and savings and debt repayment, is also popular. This simple structure helps balance financial security with lifestyle enjoyment. Tracking daily expenses with budgeting apps allows you to monitor spending categories, identify unnecessary costs, and make adjustments. Regularly reviewing budgets ensures financial goals are met and helps prevent debt buildup. Here are some everyday habits that can help you save money. Shopping at wet markets and local grocers instead of supermarkets to buy fresh, affordable produce. Cooking at home to control food quality and reduce expenses on dining out. Lowering electricity costs by using fans or natural ventilation instead of air conditioning. Utilizing LED lighting and energy efficient appliances. Making use of public transit and, if possible, avoiding car ownership to cut down on maintenance and fuel costs. Next, we'll discuss some affordable places. Living outside of Metro Manila can save a lot of money. Cities like Davao, Dumaguete, and Iloilo offer cheaper rent, with studios costing as low as $90, along with lower daily living costs. Plus, these areas feature a more relaxed lifestyle, cleaner air, and less traffic qualities that attract digital nomads and expats on a budget. Managing daily expenses without paying steep fees for overseas transactions is easier by opening a local bank account. It allows it also allows you to pay bills directly and receive income conveniently. Many expats use Forex or prepaid currency cards to benefit from favorable exchange rates and safeguard against currency fluctuations. Maintaining U.S. credit cards and bank accounts while living in the Philippines can be more convenient and advantageous, especially if there are no foreign transaction fees. Getting adequate health insurance, whether domestic or foreign, protects expats against unforeseen exorbitant medical bills. Access to private facilities and repatriation coverage are frequently included in international plans. Considering insurance as part of your overall budgeting helps prevent financial shock from healthcare emergencies. Understanding local and home country tax obligations is crucial. U.S. expats must file annual U.S. tax returns reporting worldwide income, but may reduce liability through the Foreign Earned Income Exclusion and foreign tax credits if they establish Philippines residency, living here 182 plus days per year. Consulting with a financial advisor who specializes in expat finance can offer advice on retirement planning, investment strategies, and tax compliance specific to your circumstances. Preparing for taxes helps protect wealth and prevent expensive fines. Using affordable transfer services like Ace Money Transfer lowers transaction fees and offers advantageous exchange rates for Filipinos and expats sending money between countries. In order to preserve financial security in the event of unanticipated circumstances, such as job changes or family emergencies, it is imperative that you establish an emergency fund. Consistent saving, even in little amounts, helps with future planning and creates a financial cushion. You should adopt a lifestyle aligned with your budget. avoiding extravagant spending that could lead to debt. Prioritizing essential needs over wants, making informed spending decisions, and using local resources and services thoughtfully all contribute to financial well being. By developing a thorough awareness of the local cost of living, implementing strict budgeting techniques like zero base or 50-30-20 budgeting, and utilizing cost cutting practices in housing, utility, food, transportation, and healthcare, you can avoid financial difficulties in the Philippines. Opening local bank accounts, using appropriate insurance, and carefully planning taxes and money transfers further support financial health. Choosing affordable living locations and living within your means ensures long term financial stability and an enjoyable experience in the Philippines. Doing this will allow you to prosper financially and stay out of debt while taking advantage of the Philippines' varied lifestyle by combining strategy, education, and everyday financial awareness. All right, guys, that is all for today's show. If you have any questions or comments, please comment down below. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a good day.